Morning everybody, Steve here, V-Twin Racing Channel. We're going to get started putting the engine back together on the 07 Sportster. I wanted to kind of unpack the flywheels with y'all so you can see kind of what you get with Dark Horse. This is the tag that comes with your flywheels. Tells you who packed it, your invoice number, gives you my run out, pinion shaft run out. So at the pinion race, I am at 0.0002, which is 0.2 of a thousandth. And sprocket shaft race is 0.0008, 0.8, so just under a 1,000th run out. Okay, I believe this is specs on my connecting rods. There's bores, weights, lot number, traceability. If any of you guys are in the manufacturing business, you understand that stuff. Some sales brochures, whatever. Invoice. And some of their sales pitch for some of their stuff here. Okay, so when you send a set of flywheels to these guys to get remanufactured, they send you back the old parts that they replace. You hush your mouth. I'll go ahead and open some of this up, take a look at it real quick. Old connecting rod thrust bearings. You'll see that one, bearing cage. That's for the two outer rod bearings. This stuff goes like so. Okay, that's inner rod bearing race. Here's the old race for the left side. This is the crank pin. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that, where it's starting to mar. It's starting to make some moves, look pretty bad. A couple bearings floating around in there. But anyway, this is the old crank pin, and like I was trying to explain to you guys, this is a solid straight piece that the flywheel halves are pressed on. Versus the earlier style would actually have a taper here and here, and threads on either side of it where the flywheel halves fit in the taper, and then they would true them and then lock the nuts down and stuff. So these are my OEM connecting rods. They actually don't look too terrible, but there could be problems with the. Oh yeah, they're starting to get some problems in the races. So it was time. It was time to replace them. So, and this box I'll be keeping because I'll actually be using this multiple times to send other sets of flywheels to Dark Horse. So just jump back in this bag real quick. We'll pull this out of here so you guys can see it. See what $2,000 looks like. Okay. So it has brand new, so I'll get you down here a little bit. It has brand new pinion and motor shaft bearing races. Okay. You can see the H-beam Carrillo rods. Okay. Really nice stuff. And right here, plugged and welded. Now this stuff has been specifically balanced for my pistons. Okay, so my pistons, wrist pins, rings, the whole deal. So that information came from Hammer Performance to Dark Horse, the weights and all that stuff, so they could balance this for the pistons that I'm going to be running. So it's trued, balanced, plugged, welded with new Carrillo rods, new outer bearing races on the pinion and the motor sprocket shaft side. So that's your Dark Horse flywheels right there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting the bottom end together. Sure what I'm going to do with this shit here. I don't think those rods are really worth anything. Yeah, so let me get set up. I'll get back with you guys when I start putting this bottom end together. Okay, we're back inside. So I set them on a coffee can. I only got a plastic one. Okay. I kind of have to go about this in a little bit of a, get my hat off, I can't hit my head on that thing, a little bit of an unconventional method. And the reason is, typically you'll install the flywheels in the case half first, and then you install the seal. Well, I don't have the specialty tools to do that, so I had to go ahead and install the, let me show you guys what I got. So I bought this this little Harbor Freight deal here. Not Harbor Freight, I'm sorry, it came off Amazon. Anyway, it's a seal and bearing driver set combination, different size, I'm gonna call them mandrels, I guess. So I was able to put the seal in, but it's in the case half already. So when you typically would set the flywheels in the case like this, I'm actually going to have to put the cases on the flywheels. So what that does is it gives me the ability to keep the connecting rods in the right place and to go down through the washer and the seal race, as well as the bearing, carefully not knocking any of that stuff out. So stick with me here. We're going to give this a whirl and see if we can make this happen. And now I'm just putting some assembly lube in this bearing around the race here. Get this stuff okay. So, and of course you got half the transmission that's pressed in the case. So if you guys see here, I already have the seal and everything in the case. So because I don't have the tool to work around the motor shaft sprocket sticking out to put that race in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to install it. Hopefully it works. Very carefully through here. It's got to go a little bit more. It's not in there all the way. It's definitely not in there all the way. Okay, so, well, I guess at this point, give her some wiggles. See if we can get it to. You want to keep your rods so they don't. And maybe at this point I might be able to tip it over and. Okay, because it is at a point now where the rods won't get beside the cases. That doesn't seem to be working out like I hoped it would. I don't think it's all the way in there. I don't have a damn flashlight to look. Alright, so I have to get the old, whatever I do with some blocks of wood. There we go. Block of wood. Sit down on that. Down on that. Okay. Well, it sounds like it's bottoming out. I must have it there. That's it. Okay. So, now what I have to do see if y'all can get a good look at this right here. Yeah, a really good way to see this. Okay. What I got to do now is put the shift drum and the shift forks and stuff back in it. These protective things, I believe I'm going to stick all this stuff back in. Oh, I got some visitors. What do you girls want? Go on. Go. Go on. Go do something. All right. Put a little bit of lube on this. Chickens. Okay. So that turns like so. Now, the fun part is going to be getting all these shift forks back in here. So, I believe, and these things, these pins are just slightly, not interference fit, they're a loose press fit, I guess. And this fork is going to go, I'm going to have to pull that drum back out of there so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, so there's two forks on that side, one fork on this side. Okay. So, this guy goes here. Here, and it'll go into, shit, we'll go into the shift drum right there. Alright. So. And again, like I said, those are just mildly press fit. Come on, girls. Get outside. Go. Yeah. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. Bunch of chickens wandering up in the shed. Okay. Take my little plastic pecker here. There it is, bottomed out. Okay, that one's in. All right, and that bottom one should be fun. That bottom one should really be fun. These hookers are identical, so get that down in there. The lighting ain't real good in here, so that ain't it. You know, I think I messed up by putting that in there too soon. Let's see here. I gotta tell you guys, I really love the old cassette style deal. They were much better than this. This kind of reminds me of working on an old dirt bike. I think I'm gonna have to knock that damn pin back out. I don't really see any way around it. I'm gonna have to take, I just can't get that thing down in that slot where it belongs. Hey, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. There we go. I'll try this. You know, some guys on the internet really make this look easy. It's not so easy. It is not so easy. That is definitely not in there. All right, well. I'm gonna have to take that pin back out. It's not that big a deal. But I have to set this back up on its side real quick. There we go. Pin out. Okay, so we know that guy goes there. I think I might have to pull the shift drum out in order to get that bottom fork in there. Absolutely. That's exactly what I had to do. I'd say that goes right there. Okay. That guy goes right there. And this guy goes right here. Now, to be sure I got those things in the right place. There it is. Okay. This guy here. That one's in its slot. That one's in its slot. As far as I can tell, that bottom one's in a slot. Yep. Okay, hopefully I got this stuff in the right place. We'll try this again. There it is. Heard that little tink. I like the sound of that. Yep, something's wrong with that. I got something right. Try that. Nope. Huh. Well, that thing's just adamant it ain't going in there, is it? Nope. Alright, well, back out again. Back out again, I guess. Well, come on, girls, get outside. Go outside. Go on. Go on. Yeah, go on, go on, go on, go on. Get your hands outside, go on. It's in the collar. It's in the shift room. Yeah. Okay. What the hell is going on here? There's that. I think it's holding that at a funny angle. That is not the right angle. Okay. You can definitely see it dropping, drooping, whatever you want to call it. Hell, it's in. That's what the problem was. I was trying to go farther than it needed to. It's actually in there. That hole must be looser than the... It's in there. Y'all have this trouble? Damn chickens. Go on, girls. Go outside. Go, go, go. Go on. Go on. Get out here, boy. Oh boy. Okay. Now, one of the serious problems related to putting these cases back together is the shift detent is spring loaded in the other half of the cases. And I saw on Hammer Performance's website, or their YouTube channel, I'm sorry, when Dan's putting a set of rubber mount cases together, he actually has a neat little plug that he made that screws in where the neutral safety switch goes. I don't have one of those. Don't have the means to make one. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to have to be really careful about this, is I'm going to have to try to find something to fit in that hole to hold that thing out of the way. A bolt or something. I'm going to cut this segment right here, guys. Probably get back with y'all when I get both halves together. So stay tuned. Okay, so we got the bottom end, or the cases together. Best information I could find online, the case bolts torqued to 17 foot-pounds. So they're all torqued, they're all in. I was successfully able to get them together with that, holding that detent out of the way, basically with this bolt right here, and I put a little screwdriver behind it to keep tension on it. I already put the temporarily put the shift actuator on, and I stirred it through the gears. I'm going to take this back off before I go to set it in the bike so I don't bend it or damage it. But damn chickens are back. So everything seems to be good here. Again, I was able to work around not having some specialty tools. Just caution, be careful. So before I put it in the bike, I'm going to put the pump drive gear and the pinion gear on it, because it's a lot easier to do up here on the bench. I'd really like to put the camshafts in and get them timed and everything, put the cam cover on, but you know, the more stuff you put on this, the heavier it gets. I probably still will go ahead and put the camshafts and lifters and stuff in it up here on the bench, even though it's going to make the bike or the engine a little heavier, harder for me to handle down there. But again, I'm working in a shed. I don't have a bike lift. I'm not standing working on anything. I'm laying on the floor doing it. So I probably will go ahead and put the camshafts in it here and get that done so that I don't have to fight that down there on the ground trying to line all those marks up and everything. And so I think I'm going to cut this video right here, and I'm hoping by the end of today I will have this engine bottom end bolted up in the bike, and then I will show you guys the solid mounts as they were in place of the rubber ones, so you guys know what that looks like or how that works. And I got chased chickens out of my shed again. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. Please consider subscribing. Thanks.